Hey, so this is the Adam Knight podcast. I'm Adam Knight. I do this podcast every week with my good friend John Lewis. We're here in Lubbock, Texas. We are open micers. Well, I guess not really open micers because we do real big boy shows. But, you know, this podcast is mostly just us hanging out with our friends, other comedians, talking about China, international affairs, and everything that we think is wrong with the world and right with the world, and just us having a little bit of fun. So hopefully it's entertaining for you as much as it is for us. So here we are.
Adam Knight Podcast, episode 5.
Ha jokes, so funny, please, or something. Maybe it's not even going to be that. I don't know.
5 of these.
But here,
I like the podcast with 300 names. I like.
Yeah.
I like ha jokes, so funny. Please.
What's today's date? November 20th, 2017.
Yep.
7:30 p.m. on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
First Monday. Wait, no, not the first one. But
has anyone else's Monday been ass so far?
Mine was fine.
Really?
What's wrong with yours?
It's good. Well, I mean, other than the obvious, we had like a bomb threat at Tech, and then we had a bank robber. Yeah, bank robber who, I shit you not, looks like fucking Randy Savage.
Yeah,
it was really
was
funny.
Was it rainy?
Was it rainy?
Wait. Who? Randy Savage is. Who's that?
Macho Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking of
that guy.
Who's the guy from American Idol?
No.
Isn't it Randy something? I don't know.
The dog guy.
Yeah.
Some dog.
The dog. Wait,
he didn't look like him.
He's graduated to commercials now. I don't think he's like doing anything.
I know he looked that. Rainey did like Disney World impressions with as that guy. Like they've got like an American Idol experience, and Rainey was the dog guy. Like I'm just not feeling a dog. That's a good meme though. Like have you seen that meme? That's like that's like.
Yo, dog, I hear you like so-and-so, so why don't you like so-and-so and so-and-so?
There's one that's like, I gotta put in my Facebook information to sign in your website, and then it's that guy from American Idol, who I guess none of us can remember, he's like, sorry, that's gonna be a no for me, dog.
I can think of every other Randy that's famous, Randy Couture.
Randy Newman. And it might even be Randy. I don't even think it's Randy. I don't know.
Randy seems like the name of most douchebags. I'm going to be totally just going to throw it out there. Randy does seem like a douche.
Like a douchebag name. Like
Randy Marsh.
Like Karen's always a bitch.
Randy Marsh, Beth.
That's exactly right.
So we have Aaron Durbin with us, veteran comedian from Lubbock, Texas, accountant extraordinaire.
Yes, my
accountant by
daily
day.
life is very boring. Nightly life is a little more exciting.
The real life Dilbert of the Lubbock open mic scene.
Yeah. How long have you been doing comedy in Lubbock?
Like 3-4 years, I guess.
You started in 2014?
2013, I guess, technically.
So almost 5 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
What got you into it?
Just the opportunity.
Yeah.
There were no open mics. We had comedy club till about 96, something like that. And then one would
Froggies,
open
right?
and close, and then these college kids came up and did the open mic, and then basically I was like, I gotta go try this, so I did the first time. I didn't hate it, still did pretty horrible, but went back the next time, and then just kept coming back, and over time kind of took over the reins of keeping the shows going and stuff like that. And
yeah. So you were a big comedy fan growing up?
Yeah, I would say the special that got me into it was Eddie Murphy Raw.
Nice.
Yeah, because we always had HBO, and so that was on. I was like, I shouldn't be watching this.
The dirty stuff. That's the one where he's like picking up pussy, putting it in the pocket, right?
Eddie Murphy was the guy who really made like dirty comedy normal too.
Yeah.
Like he really made that like a thing where everyone
was
like,
pretty raunchy.
This is the only edgy comic I like,
Yeah. He's like talking about Johnny Carson and stuff. He's like $50 billion.
That's hilarious.
That's crazy. But so Thanksgiving's coming up. What's your plans?
Oh, man, so my wife's Mexican, and so they have this thing where they really like to own Thanksgiving, right? Like there's like this Norman Rockwell version, I think, for most immigrants of what Thanksgiving should look like.
They've got it pictured in their head.
Yes, especially my mother-in-law. She told me the first thing she said is I've always wanted to go to a white Thanksgiving. Like, what does that mean? And I didn't even realize that was a thing.
Like hang out with people you kind of hate in your family.
Yeah.
One big room.
Well, they don't have the dystopian postmodern view of Thanksgiving that we had, right? It hasn't been ruined by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of terrible Thanksgivings, So they just think of Thanksgiving as being this wonderful thing.
Everyone's like wearing sweaters.
Yeah, everybody's wearing lame sweaters, and there's a turkey.
We watch football.
So it's really funny. So we're gonna go hang out with her, and my family's actually not going to do anything as it works out. So my extended family's getting.
You don't do anything for Thanksgiving?
No, because you've got Christmas, and then my extended family's doing stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean, we've come full circle. We're white people. We've gone through this 3 million times. So it's forget it.
We got the
catch it
same old
next
stuff.
year. Yeah, it's never any different.
You gonna cook anything? So you're not much of a cook.
No, I mean, like I cook. I love Caesar salad, so I make at least
like
Caesar salad like, all the time, dude. I'm such an old white guy. I love doing that. So I do a Caesar salad.
Is there even chicken in Caesar salad?
Yeah, I throw chicken in there. Chicken Caesar salad.
How do you
I don't
get
think
the
there was chicken
chicken?
in the Caesar salad you were eating just now.
Yeah, there was chicken in there. Yeah. There's little tiny chunks.
Do you cook it beforehand and then
Yeah.
cook it? Okay.
No, just
you
throw the
cook
raw
chicken?
fillets in there.
No, I don't know if you buy it, like, there's like rotisserie chickens.
Well, you can do that, right? But the way I do it is I butter and garlic cook it or whatever, right? My whole experience with cooking is like one episode of Binging with Babish, and then I'm like, oh, now I get cooking. So I just like throw some butter in a pan with some fucking garlic, and then
You hate binging with
Cook it.
that show, don't you?
I don't like it.
I don't know who that
It was
is.
more of a
It's
slight.
He cooks food from, and he's always got.
He cooks meme food. That's what he does. He
Oh,
finds
okay.
what's the new Rick and Morty thing that's super popular.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
he
It's
makes
like,
a video
I
on
make
it.
Szechuan sauce.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He's done stuff from Goodfellas, anything from like a TV show.
Reddit might enjoy it, and then Reddit goes, "Oh my God, Pulp Fiction!
So he's pretty famous.
It's the Royale with cheese!" and
he's
he's
always-
super excited about it.
He's always got Rattata going on in the background, it's that like '90s guitar band that sounds like electronica.
Yes, he'd be such a lame person to me. Like he would not be a fun person to hang out with at all.
It's like outside of the video. It's
Hang on.
real sad life as they pan back.
You're ruining binging with I thought I was like he's really cool. But
Everybody
now,
does until you think any like smart thing looks stupid if you think about it hard
Yeah.
enough, and any stupid thing looks
Yeah.
smart when you think about it hard.
I
enough,
did
you
learn.
know?
I did learn from that, like, because in Goodfellas, he's like, yeah, you used to slice the garlic so thin it would melt in the pan, and binging, and that guy was just like, that's not a thing. You can't melt garlic.
I've tried this.
Yeah, you can't melt garlic. Garlic's not butter.
I wish you could, man. I love melted garlic. I'd get garlic in a tube and just squeeze it on everything. I had a boss one time. He's an Italian guy, and he said, "You know how you have garlic on something?" I was like, "How's that?" He said, "Well, if you're sweating and your sweat smells like garlic, that's no, there's no
That's how you know
garlic.
it's good.
Especially on pizza. And pizza is super important. You gotta have enough garlic, you know."
You know what else you can't melt? Salt. You know what the melting point of salt is? It's
No.
literally like 5 million degrees Fahrenheit.
Holy
it's like the
shit.
temperature of the surface of the sun.
Oh, so we're getting there in a couple of years, I guess.
Yeah. Be there soon. It's cold now though. My hands have been
I'm
cracked
actually
because
on
I work
board with global
outside.
warming now.
You're
I've changed.
good with
I've
it?
come full tilt. I think that this is the correct way to go.
Yeah.
We need to let the Earth warm a little bit, and then it can just consistently be like
Not have.
Mexico all the time.
We need colder summers, and the summers really don't bother me that much, but the winters.
Get over it.
The
Here's
the
what
winters really
cares.
cut up my hands. I don't know.
Yeah, just gotta get lotion, you know.
Winter's drying my hands out.
People have been asking me if I'm going home for Thanksgiving, and I'm not. People are like, "So you going home to Atlanta for Thanksgiving?" And I'm like, "I'm not going. I live here." And they're like, "But you go to Atlanta?" I'm like, "No,
Adam
this
Knight
is
is a sad
been
Charlie
living
Brown.
here for 6
They
months."
always have a place for him at the table. It's like, let's see if he comes this year.
No.
They mail you your stocking at Christmas.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah. But I'm not going home for I'm just gonna chill here. Or I had like
Cool.
I had my binge weekend. So for like 10 weeks I've been like doing the vegan thing.
Uh-huh.
And I can only do it for so long before I just give up. And
Take a break.
Yeah, my body really wanted like salt. Because I'm get like no
Wait, you
salt.
can't have salt on that?
Yeah, I thought
Why can't you just
salt
go load up
was
on French
vegan.
No,
fries?
you can, but I just I don't know. It's,
Like you
I
just couldn't eat anything
Bro, just-
fun like
Here,
meat.
just go eat
I
a
don't
shit ton
know.
of French fries.
Yes,
That's all you need
that's
to
what
do.
I did. I went and ate a ton of French fries,
okay.
and then also chicken fingers because
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you go?
I went to Cane's and
Good.
Slim Chickens.
Good.
I told people I went to Slim Chickens. They were
You
like,
went to both?
yeah, well, on different
Same
days.
day.
Oh, okay.
I ate French
I
fries.
just like I gotta have them both. I like the sauce. And I like the.
I do like the.
Wish you had. That made me so happy.
The fries. The problem with Cane's is that they don't put any seasoning on their fries. It's just like it's like
yeah,
potatoes.
I like their strips better than Slim Chickens
Yeah.
and stuff.
True.
But, like I just don't like Slim Chickens. So I
Everyone,
don't,
why
I
does
don't
everyone
remember
hate
how
Slim Chickens? I don't get the hate. But I told Caleb that, and he was just like, "Dude, you went to the wrong one." I
Well,
was
the
like,
worst is Cowboy Chicken. I don't know if you've been there or not. It's a sad, sad place.
That's right by Cane's, is it not? Right?
There's one that's by Cane's. There's a one that's like out on 82nd, right? But the whole premise of this place is that they have a rotisserie at the front, and then like you can see all the chicken spinning, and then
They're wearing
they cut
cowboy
it
hats.
off. Yeah, they have sad little cowboy hats. Not riding them anymore, are we, partner? You take them off, and then they cut it up and throw it on like 12 different kinds of foods.
Like
so,
what?
Like
Caesar salad?
enchiladas. I don't know. Probably have like some sort of a salad, like a Mexican
rice,
salad.
corn kind of stuff.
Yeah, and it's usually kind of stupid. Like, it's not something that you would love. And it's odd combinations of food because it'd be like a chicken sandwich, enchiladas, you know? And you're like, all right, this doesn't make
Just
sense.
anything with chicken.
Yeah.
The theme is a rotisserie, you know?
It's like chicken soup.
But also you're eating there going, I wish I'd just gone to United and like bought a
Yeah,
rotisserie.
yeah. Just buy those little pre-made ones or whatever.
Not paid $12.
Then there's also the fact that you go to Chick-fil-A and like get something that's delicious.
How do you pronounce
Yeah.
that?
Chick-fil-A.
I love
Chick-fil-A.
it.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A.
There's one. Have you ever heard of Zaxby's? It's in the same vein as Cane's.
Never heard of
Uh,
that.
Zaxby's
Is that an
is-
Atlanta thing?
It's in Georgia. I think it's headquartered somewhere in Georgia. I don't think it's headquartered in Atlanta, but yeah, that's my favorite one.
Didn't make it out,
Yeah.
huh? What about Whataburger? How do you feel
It's
about
making it out. It started like 10 years ago or something.
You're living
It'll be like the 8th chicken place here.
Yeah,
Adam is living proof that things can make it out of Atlanta.
Yeah. No.
And not on the back of a Coca-Cola
Yeah.
truck.
Yeah. People always tell me they're
Like
like
those lemon pepper wings, man.
yeah. People always the sauces at Zaxby's. They've got like those miserable named sauces. It's like super triple hot, double X, triple X, and then like their hottest one is like nuclear, like melt your face off.
Cool.
I get that one. It's not even that hot. It's
Oh, you're a
it's more
badass.
tangy than anything.
Oh.
Yeah, I am.
Just like, yeah, it's nothing.
Tough boy. That's
Yeah.
good. I like those videos. Have you seen those Hot Ones videos where it's just like
yeah.
a dude eating
Interview with
fucking-
chicken wings.
Yeah.
I did a couple of
sweating
those.
their ass off.
Have you ever seen people?
Episodes of Hot Ones?
No.
The Jarlin version.
I recorded myself a few times like eating like stupidly hot like,
Oh, damn.
ghost peppers.
No way.
Because
I've made
my
those ghost pepper chips before. Like,
Really?
Yeah, they're all right. I mean, like I can have like 4 or 5 of them, and then after a while, it just makes your stomach upset.
Yes,
You know? So you
yeah.
don't, like
yeah, especially if you're not like
Fit,
used to
like
it.
no
Yeah.
more of this.
Yeah, my mom's a teacher, and she told her kids that I was into hot peppers, and this one girl from Nepal brought in like some peppers from Nepal. They were called, I forget what they were called.
Probably
but
fucking illegal.
yeah.
probably. So
Really dangerous.
So I figured like since she, I don't know, brought them in, I recorded myself and
Yeah, you just eat it raw.
hammed it up a little bit. Yeah, I used
Like
to.
this is the Nepal death pepper.
Yeah, I got really good at it. I don't know. Like I used to just go to like the grocery store and get like it's not habaneros. I used to get habaneros. And if you get used to habaneros,
Can you just eat them raw?
Yeah, if you get used to them, they're really good. Like habaneros are really sweet.
What
If
about
you
like
get-
a chili pekin?
I don't know what that is.
Ghost
Like-
pepper.
Yeah, I've had
Carolina
ghost peppers.
Reaper.
I've never had a Carolina Reaper. That's the hottest pepper in the world.
Yeah.
That would wreck my life probably.
Reaper.
Because like the peppers go up on like a logarithmic scale. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
like
yeah. Have
the
what's
Carolina
it called,
Reaper is like
Scovilles or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is kind of made up, but the
Oh,
like
yeah.
the Reaper is
Million Scoville units.
yeah, it's yeah. The Carolina Reaper they say is like 18 million or
Whoa.
some ridiculous number. but-
Spicy.
yeah, but like it. I don't know that one's like 4 times hotter than like the next. Like you can't even prepare for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. 4 times hotter than the hottest pepper. And I think there's one like the Trinidad Scorpion was like the hottest one before that. But it just wrecks their life. Like that stuff will put you in the hospital. Like that will
Yeah.
like disable your taste buds for the rest of your life if you're not careful.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I had like 6 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have to remove your tongue.
Have y'all
I'm
tried
a badass.
what is it, the
Reaches
Torchy's
for the
like taco of the month, and they did one where it's like hotter each week, it's a different taco.
Really?
And at the end of that, it's like 1,000,000 Scoville units, and I
Yeah.
tried it. I'm like, this really doesn't like the one before this one was hotter than this.
Yeah. Where was that?
This is very unimpressive.
Torchy's tacos.
Torchy's
Is that a
tacos.
Torchy's? Oh
No.
shit! We gotta
It's
go
it's
to
our
Torchy's.
local chain.
Well, you're binging now, so we can take them to Evie Mae's.
No,
eat
not
Torchy's.
anymore. That was my birthday.
Oh, you got a cheat day? How long do you have to go through this? What's the
I don't know.
sentence?
I'll go for like another 8 weeks or something. We'll see.
Yeah, until you can't get
Yeah,
out of bed 'cause
laissez-faire.
for 2 weeks you
Yeah.
haven't eaten meat yet.
Yeah. Just turn into a zombie.
Be perfect.
Yeah.
I'm
Give
very
me the
happy.
quinoa.
Yeah.
The spicy foods thing reminds me. My father-in-law has a joke that he loves a lot. And anytime we're eating a spicy food, he'll look at me and he'll go, "It's gonna be hot here. It's gonna be hot here." That's his asshole. And he laughs so hard every time.
It's like, it's my joke, it's my time to
Close to
shine.
a keep it close to a guy, and he'll always die laughing.
Hurt's coming in, hurt's coming in.
That's so true.
It's so funny.
When I was a pledge in a fraternity, I had to eat a habanero, and I didn't eat spicy foods a lot, and I ate it, and I woke up at like 4 a.m. just
Is
crapping.
eat a habanero a euphemism for something?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's a euphemism for that wrecked my life. But like, I woke up at 4 a.m. just like crapping blood. It was awful.
Oh.
You gotta be careful.
Good.
Have you guys ever been to Chuchai?
Oh,
Thai
yes.
place? Like, if you get the cow soy, like, super spicy, like, you have to plan the rest of your day.
Yeah,
And he
man.
always just like, he's like, you don't get any more. It's like, if you don't, and like, so I'll usually get the medium plus if I have to work the rest of the day. If I don't have to work the rest of the day, do it.
That's crazy. The thing that drives me nuts about it is that it's like you can ask for just the medium, right? And then they'll just throw, all it is red pepper flake. That's all
Really?
it is,
Yeah.
right? So they'll just dump a ton of red pepper flake in there, and then you have like a bowl that's half red pepper flake.
Yeah.
So it's really, really spicy at the bottom, but if you don't grab a handful of pepper flake and
Yeah.
soy sauce, then you're fine, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me of like this burrito place that I would go to, and they have cilantro, and I was like, you don't like it's cilantro. You don't want a lot of cilantro, and they would always just like get like a fistful of cilantro and pour it in. I'd be like, just a pinch of cilantro, and they would like pinch with 4 fingers. I'm like, that's not how pinches work.
Pinch that for you.
Pinch with their full fist. So you're opening for Olivia
Olivia-
Wilde,
Yeah.
Olivia Wilde,
That'd be a different kind of
A
show.
little different show, but Olivia Grace is
Olivia
her
Gone
name.
Wild, Olivia Grace.
Comedy Central's Roast Battles. Which,
Thanks for the clap tour.
yeah, thanks for the clap. I posted that today, unironically, and I put in there, not a kid-friendly event unless your kids are weirdos, you know?
Yeah.
And I put that on there thinking, like, well, people might not know. And then I caught the obvious pun in the poster, which is thanks for the clap, you know? So,
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I guess if people are smarter than me, they probably could have assumed.
Yeah.
Probably not a kid-friendly event, you know?
What day is that?
That is Friday. Friday
So,
at 8:30.
Black Friday.
So
Black
isn't that the
Friday.
day of our laugh off?
That's Saturday.
Saturday.
Oh shit. Okay.
So
Yeah.
we've got another event that week because this is like the week of comedy.
This
So
is
we've
the
got-
week
yeah.
of comedy.
We have like a 4-hour laugh special going down on
So many
Thursday.
laughs, so many giggles and chuckles and
it's gonna be
chortles.
a giggle extravaganza.
Bust a gut. We're all on the laugh off, right?
I think so. Right?
yeah.
I got put on that.
Last second? Last night?
I just got a.
Caleb put me on the left.
No. I just got a notification on Facebook, and like I was on the lineup, so I'm like, all right, I guess I'm on.
great, dude.
Good thing I'm not going out of town, I guess.
Yeah, man. You need to go up there, dude.
Yeah. Have you done it
fun
before?
show.
No, I haven't. I need to get up there too.
I'm already writing my roast jokes. I immediately
getting
started
on
on
it.
that.
Are you writing like stock roast jokes, or are you writing roast jokes that are very well tailored?
Oh, very specific. Very specific.
Do you have any like stock roast material that you just keep like on hand?
No.
Or?
I do, yeah. Like you know, you got your pedophilia joke,
Right.
You know, your sex offender joke, like,
Those always work.
and like you know, like, and then you just go from basic appearance. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you'll rewrite the joke.
Very
It's
superficial.
It's like, oh man, that's a really stupid jacket. I gotta make a joke about it.
Do we roast Rainy, the winner?
Traditionally, no. I think I'm the only person to do that because it was when Kendall was up, and I was like, "It's like give it up for Kendall doing his set and stuff." The lost child of Lenny Kravitz and Lisa Bonet, and he came back up and he roasted it. He came back and roasted all of us because he got mad. So.
That's great.
I just want to roast Rainey about his Facebook posts so bad. I just want to go in on that. Are you friends with Rainey on Facebook?
I don't think so. I'm
You should be.
unfamiliar.
He posts a lot.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like once an hour. That's what
easy.
it'd be like Trump and Obama shaking my head, and I'm like, all right.
And there was a group message thing that I just had to mute because it was Rainey and JJ and Timothy, and I'm like at work and my phone just keeps blowing up, and I'm like, I have to stop this.
Is that a group meet?
too extra.
Or is it Facebook message or something?
I think it was a Facebook message group
Okay.
or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I think someone was talking about that the other day.
But I think I have it on mute right now, so no offense, guys, if I'm not responding.
R.I.P.
Sounds like Aaron feels like he's better than you guys.
So have you been able
Podcast
to...
exclusive.
yeah. And this is the podcast.
Good thing no
we
one-
lost everything on.
I think no one listens to this.
Yeah, I don't want to upset the viewership of 4 or 5. You know.
It's pretty crazy. We
Generate
just...
some controversy. That's how we gain viewers.
Yeah. This will only come up if I run for office. You know.
Aaron Durbin eats kittens. Tune into the podcast to figure out why.
More at 7. Did you ever find Olivia Munn's material? Olivia
Grace.
Olivia Grace's
I can see where her mind's at.
Yeah,
It's just
right.
Nancy Grace?
There's 2 Olivia Graces actually, so I googled Olivia
Yeah, there's
Grace
one that
earlier.
she like does her hair. Or
Yeah,
something.
and it's like
into
she's
horses.
this oily girl and like.
So does she not own OliviaGrace.com?
No, she owns
Biz.
OliviaGrace'sfunny.com. So you can go there.
Okay.
There's
You should do a joke
really
about
nice
that.
picture of her sitting on the toilet as the opening shot of the website.
Man,
Ever seen her?
sounds like my Snapchat.
Is that her, is that her comedy thing? Is that the
Yeah, her comedy thing is she drags a toilet on stage and just sits on it.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
have
her
you
deal.
have you listened to her stuff?
Yeah. I listened to
couldn't
all of
find
Rose
anything.
Battles last night. Go to Comedy Central. It's all up there. She's been on Rose Battles like 3 times, and like I don't know what the arc of her career has been because I listened to probably like 2 hours of her material last night, and it was all like story driven, you know.
Cool.
And like I don't know. I expected her to be more raunchy for some reason, and she's just very like story driven. And then if it goes that way, it goes that way, you know. So I appreciate it, but really good jokes. She did one of the roast battles that she did was there's this dude that she was doing it with, and he's kind of a creepy looking dude, and she just like in the middle of it goes, you know, I made fun of this guy a lot tonight, so I just want to take the truth. He saw someone since his wife's skin on at one point in time, like everyone else. No, it's like his girlfriend's skin on one leg at a time, which is even creepier.
That's
So
hilarious.
this is the Comedy Central roast show. I
Yeah.
guess. See, like I don't have cable and stuff, so I need to like maybe some of it's on the internet.
Yeah, man, you can download the app, watch most of it
I'm
there.
a New York roast battle guy, man. I just watch The Stand on YouTube.
Cool. I just watch Tough Crowd over and over and over again. That was
that's good.
It's the best, man.
From like 10 years ago. There's like
Yeah,
so many
man.
dead people on this show.
Yeah, it's sad, dude. I listened to Patrice the other day, and it made me so sad. I was like, oh, he was so funny.
I listened
So
to
brutal.
Yeah.
I listened to him today. Unmasked.
So far, yeah, this year's taken down Ralphie May. So
Yeah. And CK, but he's still
well,
alive.
CK's still around.
Yeah.
He'll be able to bounce back, I think.
Oh, you think he's coming back too? Huh?
Well,
was-
I think he'll have to play places like Lubbock, Texas, but you
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. There was 2 like legendary dudes that died in August. Like one black guy, one white guy, like right after, like the same day, I think. But I don't know who they were. But everyone was like, "Oh my god!" But,
It's like the Oreo died.
yeah, or like a half of one taken off the top half of the cookie.
black and white cookie.
I guess Ralphie's
sad.
white. I don't know. So Saturday did JJ's open mic.
Mm-hmm.
He was at the Clean Show.
He was like
Clean
15
open.
minutes late.
How was it?
Late to his own show, and but he's got a kid, so I guess it's.
Yeah, he's
Got
got
like multiple children.
Yeah,
He's got 4
He's got
excuses.
so many.
Yeah.
He's got so many kids. He did not. He did all of his material in front of his kid. I thought he would not.
Wow.
Do that.
How old is his kid?
It's like this is the
Like
one we have
5?
burned or whatever.
Like, Jesus Christ.
That's
You do
hilarious.
It's
you.
gotta be an interesting household. Yeah.
That's crazy. How many people were there?
10 to 15. People in that room listen to jokes. Like I think Chris Hobart was talking about this last night, he told us a story about like when he was there, like there was like some dude dressed in like a fox costume or something like that. Like that's the crowd that's there. They're like there to listen to poetry, and they listen to your jokes like this. Like,
how were the poems?
they were. I made fun of
slam poetry.
I slightly poked fun at Islam, because I've got that like Islam doesn't have to recruit, cults do. And I did that, and I was talking about Islam. I was like, yeah, they hear the 72 virgins and they're in, you know, like 72 virgins. That's like a bushel of virgins. Like, it's weird that they're so anti-sex, and then immediately after you die, you got like 72 virgins. I don't know, but I guess you don't have to like fuck all the virgins. I guess. I mean, you could like make them clean or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then this girl comes up after me and is like, so I'm Muslim. I'm like, ugh. She was black, so. You know,
there are black men.
That's always a curveball.
Yeah, you know, like there is the continent of Africa.
Yeah, he's like Somalia.
But they cut the thing in half. The top part of it's all Muslim. There's like the whole chunk.
You cut off the tip; those are mostly white people. But like the rest of it, you know?
The thing that cracks me up is that most of the Muslims live in Asia, right? Like it's like Indonesia is like most of the Muslims in the world, you know. And we completely forget about them because there's this one chunk in the middle, you know.
Yeah. Malaysia and.
Yeah, it's like
Burma.
a huge chunk of them. There's just like, and it's the smartest thing ever. You know how they got there? So there's this guy. There are all these indigenous.
Marco Polo.
There are all these indigenous
Hannibal.
religions that were there for forever, right? And this one like tribal chief in Indonesia, he goes out one day and he sends a message to the Pope, and he's like, "Hey, send somebody here. I want to figure out what Jesus is all about, right?" And so they send the guy out, and the
How
Pope's
did he
like,
hear about Jesus?
I don't know, probably merchants or some shit, right?
Who's
And
this
so-
Jesus dude? Let's figure this out.
He was trying to court for, like, you do that at that point. Genghis Khan did that. You
like-
court for, like, the different people, you know, you want the religion that would benefit
It's
you.
so weird for like 2,000 years, like religions were like the hottest new album like dropping. Like, I want to hear like what's going on. Like,
Damn, what's this
I got this
monotheism
Hindu
thing
in the
about?
back.
yeah.
Whoa, we got a Trinity thing. Crazy. So they went ahead and they were like, okay, well, we'll try and send somebody out or whatever. And then I guess the Pope had a lot of things to do and forgot about it. Or he was like, Indonesia, that's a backwater. Forget about them, right?
Right.
So he goes, all right, well, if you don't want me, then we're going to Mecca. And so he like sends some dude to Mecca, and they send him the imam out. And the imam shows up and he converts the whole stinking island. And that's like over a third of like all the Muslims in the world come from this stupid island, which is like the biggest lost opportunity for the Catholic Church of all time.
Indonesia has got like 100 million people or something like that. It's an insane amount
of people.
Yeah. I've always wanted to, like, I think Indonesia would be like a cool, I've always had this fantasy of like quitting my job and like sailing a boat around the Caribbean. And I feel like Indonesia would be a cool another place to do that, but there's like so many pirates there, like it's like a terrible idea. You can't go to Indonesia at all.
Man, like diseases. Friggin'
guess.
dengue fever is still a thing. Like that's still a thing that people get.
Malaria.
Dude, can you imagine
So what
those
did you
mosquitoes?
say though? Like when she said you was Muslim, or
I was just
were you
like-
I'm very sorry.
I was just sitting down, I was just like, I don't know. Like she was kind of sitting in the back. I don't know if she heard me, but I thought she was about to like put a mitt in my face or something like that. Just like, and that's why. But nothing happened.
I got a new poem I just wrote about this month.
Yeah. I forget what her first poem was about, but her second poem was about being Muslim. And
Muslim, Mus what? Mus where? Mus trying hard to keep it in the air. Mus up, mus down. But the truth is, Mus will always be around. Thank you. I do slam poetry too. Yeah, it's really good.
Muzz here, but she did something about arranged marriages, and I guess she didn't like arranged marriages.
Was that seems like an odd.
It's such a gamble. You don't let your parents gamble for you. I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because so I knew an Indian dude.
That's
He got in an arranged marriage, right? And he explained it to me this way. He's like, all right, look, do you really trust someone who's like 20, 25, 30 to go out and make that decision? Like realistically, do you think, like, look how many marriages end in divorce in the United States,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
You're telling me that the least qualified person in the family is the one who's going to decide who your marriage partner is, right?
Right.
Well, I mean,
And I
it's
was
all
like,
those
well, it makes
it's all those
sense,
young
you know?
Catholics that just want to get that sex. So and then it's like, oh, I realize I hate this person.
Turn around like, this is a terrible mistake. You used to get kicked out of the Catholic Church if you got a divorce. I don't know if that's the deal.
Excommunicated.
Yeah, you.
I think now they're getting so loosey-goosey about it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, they're
like way better than Nazi Pope.
You can get
Nazi
abortions.
Pope.
You can be gay. He believes in global warming.
Cool
Who doesn't
dude.
care? Pope. He's from Argentina.
Yeah.
But
Fun fact.
yeah, I never figured out the big deal about arranged marriages. Like you don't choose your parents or your siblings. Like people don't freak out about that.
No,
I don't know.
sure not. I feel like it's the one thing you do have control of in life is who you ultimately marry. You know what I mean? Like the one thing where you can go, oh, free will is still a thing. You know, like I guess I have choice over this. You know, but if you think about it, you kind of don't too. But.
Yeah, you don't. People just want like the best. People just like I want the hottest wife. I want the best number one. That's why they don't want arranged marriges. Because that's what the commies,
the parents want the best. You know?
Yeah, in America
they have the most
free
goats
model.
all the time. Get a lot of goats out of this deal. So.
We need to expand our territory.
Yeah.
Marriage will have to suffice.
So what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Aren't you going to like New Mexico soon or something?
No, I'm here. I'm going to Shallow Water. It's like a 10-minute drive.
Pretty much New Mexico.
Is that where your family is?
That's where my aunt and grandma live. You know, they've got one of those back houses for the grandma, so it's just easy for all of us to go there and eat dinner.
Is Shallow Water like a small town?
Yeah, it's like a suburb of Lubbock. Like you're probably if you stay on Frankfurt and you keep going north, then you run into Shallow Water or you run into the highway that goes right to Shallow Water, which is like 5 minutes away. So.
Cool.
So where I'm at, it's really short. Very short distance. So I can go, get in there, get the meal, do the family time, watch a little football, get out. So,
Awesome.
You a Cowboys fan?
No. My
Oh yeah, you're fucking Dolphins
yeah,
fan.
Yeah, so
Out of
this
nowhere.
year
That
sucks.
happened.
You just like giving the middle finger to the world.
Oh yeah, well because there were only Cowboys fans around, and I hated Cowboys. I hated Troy Aikman.
And your
so I'm like,
favorite
what's
animal was the Dolphins.
What's
so
the
you're like,
opposite of Troy Aikman? Like Dan Marino.
That's funny.
And we haven't had a great quarterback since then. So
I was a non-athletic, asthmatic kid, and so I thought I was a Dolphins fan just because I like the animal. I was like, Dolphins are cool. I guess that's my team now, the Dolphins.
So what do you guys think about Charles Manson dying?
Well,
yeah, it's about to happen.
R.I.P.
yeah, I mean, you know,
He was a good guy. He was a good
No.
guy.
The jail's gonna lose a lot of fan mail.
Oh, that's true.
I
wonder
always-
if he still had I wonder if people still wanted old Charles Manson dick. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like he definitely was getting it when he was like younger. You know, like people.
Well, he
wanted
was like
that
engaged
bad,
to get married like a
Yeah,
couple
like
years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
That was such a bummer.
So
It was
weird.
like, God, I can't even get a girlfriend named Charles Manson. He's
How
getting laid.
good must you be that people invent conspiracy theories for you? Like people come up with them to justify you.
I mean, real charismatic, you know.
Yeah, man. Like you
I
got.
mean, if he was a preacher, he'd probably have a big following too. So.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He could.
He was a preacher, though, right?
I don't know what his shtick was.
Oh,
Like,
I
I
think
thought
like
he was one of
cult
those
leader.
dudes where he was like, "Oh, my arms hurt. Can you help me out?" And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'll help this handsome dude out." And he's like, "Just kidding. Actually, I'm a serial killer."
Actually, yeah. You want to go kill this hot chick over here? Sure.
The family.
Sure.
The family. Yeah, I don't know if he was like Jonestown-esque.
I don't know. I think like I feel like if he was Jonestown-esque, like he would have had some sort of like shtick we would have heard about by now. You know, like Gates of Heaven, or Jonestown Massacre type deal. You know, where he would have had like a religious thing that everyone would be pretty well familiar with.
Gates of Heaven's
Yeah.
pretty fucking. You know that website's still
Yes,
up.
dude. I watched it. I saw it the other day. I was like, holy shit.
Gates of Heaven. Is that like Heaven's Gate? Or
Yeah, that
Alright,
might be
let me
what
show
it
you.
is.
Hellbot comic.
Maybe.
Cult.
Yeah, but like they all killed themselves
They
like
all
in
drank
the
the
90s.
Kool-Aid or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they all
Jones-
just
Yeah,
like
Jonestown. But like these, they all dressed like with like the
Yes,
same kind of
white
athletic
Nikes.
pants
Yes.
and stuff. Yeah.
They sure did. And they
Yeah.
died 2 by 2. So they would prepare the bodies, right? And then they would take a whole bunch of pills, right? And then 2 of them would go out. And then the next 2 would prepare the next 2 up, right? And so they would do it like very
Yeah, you think the
organized.
guys at the end of the line would be like, man, I don't really want to do this anymore. You know? How about let's go to the very end, and then once we get those 2 guys down, let's just get the hell out of here.
Yeah, man. I wonder. I don't
fast
understand
one.
what the thought process was. I'm not gonna lie. I spent probably an hour like on that Heaven's Gate website, just like reading it. trying
It's
to
so creepy. I
understand
couldn't be there for
insanity.
more than 5
Yeah,
minutes.
I think
Dude, it's so
some
weird.
people are just like looking for something. They'll just like take anything they can get. So
I guess, man, like it was weird. Like my wife listened to a documentary on it, and she was talking about the other. She's like, yeah, all these people seemed like normal people, like normal ass dudes. And then like some the idea of having some real significance like came to them, and they're like, okay,
I
this
feel
is
like
the
I'm
thing now.
contributing. I've never contributed in my life.
You know what I think it is though? I think everybody wants to be Harry Potter. I think everybody wants to be a fucking wizard, you know? And everybody just would give
I'm gonna be Voldemort. I'm coming back.
anything to be fucking special.
Yeah.
Anything. And
Yeah.
and the sad truth is, like, it's not like that's not how it works. You know what I mean? Like, people can't live with the idea that they might not be special. You know?
Yeah.
They hate it.
Yeah.
That's why there's a lot of normal Scientologists out there.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, man.
Church of Scientology just opened a church in Atlanta.
Ooh,
There was like
wow.
protests.
I'm surprised they didn't have one open already.
Yeah, you figure they would. There's one in
Maybe
Austin.
they were expanding or something like that. I don't know.
It's crazy. Scientology, the latest hot commodity to hit Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like protests and stuff like that. They were like didn't
That's
want
so
people
weird.
to.
You think like Atlanta would just have like if I were starting a religion, I'd go Atlanta. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
It'd be first Lubbock because this is
I feel like
incubator.
I figure you go get Tyler Perry, and then you're gonna already have a huge following. So.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've told this. I don't think I have told this story.
Please tell
before
me you've
on
been
this
part of a
podcast.
Tyler Perry movie that we need to go watch right
That
now.
would be
I wish.
amazing.
I wish. But like, so there was in Atlanta. There's like a subway system, like most cities, but it's kind of bad. It's called MARTA. It's MARTA, Metro Atlanta Regional Transit Authority. You want to say something like that?
Marta.
And it
Sounds like a character from Leave It to Beaver.
yeah, and it's like very 70s, like because it was built in the 70s and never
So it's like underground, like Subway?
some
or-
parts, yeah,
Okay, that's
and
cool.
and it's like the color scheme is like orange and blue and black. It's just if you saw it, you'd be like, why is this in the 70s?
Is it like a slow moving train too?
I would say like regular
Oh, okay.
styled.
Normal train
Yeah,
speed.
and that was like back when, like, I don't know, I feel like it was kind of like a infrastructure boom back then. I feel
Yeah,
like I don't
sure.
know, but just terribly kind of designed. Doesn't really go anywhere. Like so it, like the stops in this like city downtown's like pretty nice, but Atlanta's kind of spread out anyway because it's not like a lot of the cities like New York and LA and Chicago are like bounded by water, so it increases the density. So like a
Nice.
subway system really helps, but like with Atlanta, there's just sprawl
Yeah,
everywhere.
it'd be like
Yeah.
having a subway system here. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So and like everything on like this side, like there's a lot of residential stuff, but like the residential parts in Atlanta, it's like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
like this spread out, and then there'll be like a subway stop there, and then might have to walk like 5 miles
I
to
kinda like
it.
that about the South, man. You can spread your shit out if you want to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You go up to like
space.
fucking Boston or something. It's too tight. You can't do anything. People are
Yeah.
like running from there. You know. You go, ah. No
Fuck, what was I
room.
talking about? How did we get on the MARTA thing? Fuck it.
We were talking about religions. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
You brought
Oh,
up
the Tyler
train.
Perry thing.
Tyler Perry, yeah.
So kind of a terrible metro regional transit system, but for some reason they put a stop like 30 years ago when they built it on this 500 acres of this abandoned military base
Huh.
called Fort McPherson. It's
Okay.
500 acres and it's really beautiful, and like there's like old buildings there from like the 1920s. Prime real estate. It's in downtown Atlanta. It's probably
Yeah.
like $100,000 an acre or something like that.
Okay.
Oh.
So the city's trying to sell this land because like the military gave it to the city, and so the city's trying to sell this land, like make a mixed use. You know that the phrase that they always use, a mixed use.
Cool.
Regional,
Yeah.
a live work play center or something like
Cool.
that.
Yeah.
Something
It has
cool.
a garden on it.
Yeah.
Urban
Yeah.
garden.
Yeah. So instead of doing that, the Kasim Reed, who's their mayor, sells it for like 10 cents on the dollar for the acre, and he's building a movie studio there now.
Oh no.
He was able to knock out all those movies because I think a lot of people he uses aren't union and stuff. So like you can pay him less
Yeah.
money and
Yeah,
then
there's
just
no-
knock out these movies so
We
fast.
don't have unions, and
They're all so good though.
Hell yeah! Boo Halloween 2, let me tell you.
yeah,
Each one better than the last.
yeah.
I love how that shtick never gets old for his audience. Like his audience will always show up to watch.
Got built-in market right
and
there.
It just drops like 100 million at like any time. He should just do it. He should do it like on like a $5,000 budget. Just like it's gonna drop 100 mil like every
Napoleon
time.
Dynamite of a Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah, just like Blair Witch Project did. Just
perfect.
He could just do like combine like all of his Snapchat stories and just 100 million probably. I don't know.
I think we're about at the end of this podcast.
Was that an hour?
That is a little under an hour.
What are these numbers?
That's counting beats because it's GarageBand. Getting super technical now.
Oh, I remember Bill Burr complaining about this.
Yeah, it's very annoying because you can't tell exactly. You have to watch the clock up here and just kind of go, oh, okay, we started like 6:30
you know when you start, know when you end,
so,
you know.
Oh, okay.
Well, cool. I did want to talk to you about this because like I'm the admin of the Laptop City page, so I'll get all the messages that come in, and I like Caleb's an admin too, so like I'm pretty much second line of defense. So I'll let him respond to him, and then if it's gone like a day, then I'll respond to him. Mm-hmm. And so we got one from this guy, and he's just like, I'm a comedian, 12 years, created Adult Swim Showcase or whatever, which I never heard of that either and stuff, and I don't know but I was listening to the Kill Tony podcast, which if people of the 5 listeners, if they're not familiar with this podcast, it's like basically open micer guys do like a minute of stand up and like
and they just get ripped by professional comedians that they have on there, like Doug Stanhope and people like that.
Different ones each.
I think it originally started as like giving advice, and then it just turned into like, fuck this dude.
We're gonna roast you guys.
Yeah.
Tell a joke or be a joke.
But but like then I hear Adult Swim Showcase. I'm like, where did I hear that before? And I'm like, oh, it's the guy that contacted the page. So and so I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna just really judge him. So like he does his minute and stuff, and it felt like a joke that he probably wrote like 8 years ago or something about like a dick pic or whatever and stuff, you know. Which
you ever receive a dick pic on your flip phone?
I finally sent out a dick pic, and stuff. And
don't you hate Nokia's ringtones?
My Motorola Razr, it's just like it's always giving me fits.
God. It's all 2008 dated,
But like, and it's like, I listen, I'm like, oh, that's that guy and stuff, and it's all, and like he basically in an interview process, he like puts all the things, and he's just like, and he has an interesting story. I guess he's from Austin and stuff, but like after they got too into it, they're just like, oh yeah, it's like, yeah, but your joke was horrible. So I guess Troy, if Troy's out there, we can. He asked us, he wanted to see if he could put on a show and stuff. So I think we'll need to hear a little bit more material.
Yeah, all right.
But now he's got a little Kill Tony credit.
Maybe he can send us a little material and we can play it on the podcast. And that'd be great.
When I first started coming out, and I would message the Laugh Up City page, I would always be like, "Yo, is there a show tonight?" And I don't think anyone ever responded, but they would someone would always post like show tonight on the page. And I was like, I guess that answers my question.
Yeah. Well, because sometimes at work we're not really supposed to be on Facebook and stuff. So I can do it on my phone, but if we have to do event pushes and stuff like that, I can't do it on my phone because
this is why you should all work in marketing, because you can be on Facebook
all the time. I'm just doing research,
working, man.
But probably a couple times a week we'll get someone ask about.
Do you just look at spreadsheet all day? Is it like my nightmare?
Oh.
It's a lot of spreadsheets, it's a lot of Excel, and it's a lot of this program called MIP. It's an accounting software program. It used to be Sage.
Minor in possession.
But it's for government entities and stuff. And I'm not an accountant. I just know how I learned the software. And once you learn the software,
wait, I thought you were an accountant.
I mean, I am an accountant, but I learned. I mean, that's
I'm not an accountant, but
that's what the job is. But I didn't go to school for it.
What did you go to school for?
I got an international business degree, and then I went back and got a master's in public administration. So
that's what you told me.
I'm in the right industry, but not really the right job for the industry. I should be writing grants or something, but.
I did that.
Oh yeah.
Apply to grants, and then you have to include photos of when I used to design water systems, and you have to include pictures
a lot of details.
I knew a guy named Grant.
You just have to. It's just a bunch.
Is that
of
a good name?
It's just a bunch.
I accept it. I think it's an okay name.
Yeah. Grant's a guy that's not you can your daughter go out on a date with.
Yeah,
you feel pretty safe.
You have to intimidate him a little bit because he's a little hot under the collar. But if you just scare him a little
but
bit,
if Randy's
he's a
at
good
the
date.
door, you know.
No, Randy gets shoot away.
Yeah, you get the shotgun, you know.
I picture Grant with dreads, mainly because there was a guy.
No, Grant's a good boy. Randy has dreads.
Ulysses sporting the Grant dreads.
Ulysses has the lamb chops. That's his thing.
Yeah.
I feel like Ulysses S. Grant is a weird president to have on the $50 bill.
Yeah, like the
I don't know,
weaker,
not like-
the weaker general between the two.
Yeah, considered one of the worst presidents of all time. I mean, like not like Teddy or FDR.
What did he do as president? I don't know.
Nothing. He's one of the
Failed
worst
Reconstruction.
He was just like a big
Yes.
booze hound, I think. Like,
Yeah.
He did. He did figure out how to wear down the South. Like he did do that. Like he
Yeah,
he's
he
figured out
threw
if you
enough-
have enough
yeah.
dudes and you just keep
and
trying.
infrastructure, you know.
And if you liberate all the slaves, eventually you'll win.
Yeah, because they had the better general, you know. So
I think the only thing that the South had going for them, what I was taught in school, was that they had the better generals, and like the North had like all the food and all the manufacturing,
Yeah, like the
and
trains
all the
and stuff.
all the troops.
And they locked off the ocean, so they literally.
Yeah.
that was the first thing they did.
There was
they
one
put up
boat.
a naval blockade. They just starved.
Okay, funny story. The big thing that the South did is they put iron on the side of a boat. They made
Yeah.
the first
Yeah,
Old
Ironside.
Ironside.
Yeah, so, which I mean, it's
Ironclad
crazy,
or
you know. But they would run this boat out there, and so there's this one boat because they had this technological advantage for like a few months.
Yeah.
And then the one boat it got away, so it started like it knew it was screwed when they started sending other ironclads at it, and so I was like, well, I can't fight three of my own kind, so it just sailed out to sea, right? And it just like went on this like odyssey around all of these different places, you know. And it never came back because it knew it never could like break the chokehold or whatever.
Didn't
They
that
had
thing?
on it.
Yeah,
like,
didn't that
like
thing just?
Germany with the U-boats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Figure out how to
exactly.
go underwater first.
And then one comes up at some point. There's like a Japanese dude who like was living in the Philippines for forever who still thought World War II was on. And so he'd like randomly a Filipino dude would just like disappear. And then like they had to send a dude who was like one of his commanders from Japan to tell him that the war was over.
That's like Treasure Island.
Yeah, it's insane,
Yeah.
dude. It's the craziest thing ever.
The iron thing, I think I remember hearing that was like a stalemate where they would just shoot cannonballs at the iron
Ding,
thing.
ding,
It was just
ding.
like the Rock'em Sock'em robots. Just,
Like we get lucky if we
Hitting
can get
fists.
into that small hole where they're shooting the thing out of and
Yeah.
we'll get through.
yeah,
It's like skee ball. The crudest advantage in technology was everything. Just like the littlest edge could go so
Yeah.
far, you know?
Yeah.
It's like when you think about, like, they talk about in ancient history, like the Hittites came up with iron versus bronze, you know? So
Yeah.
you'd come out and, like, literally, the way you'd win is, like, somebody would raise their sword to fight you and just break it in half because your sword
Yeah.
is stronger, you know?
Or
and that
like-
was the technological advantage.
Or
that,
the
like,
wheel.
Yeah, like,
Or
yeah,
language.
The first person that gets a bow and arrow going and stuff, it's just like he's running with the sword and you're just like,
doing it now. How about the first person that comes with a fire and then isn't getting sick all the time? Like, that's a pretty
Why?
big
'Cause he's
advantage.
breathing in the fire.
Well, no, he doesn't get sick all the time.
Oh,
He's
doesn't get
cooking
sick.
the food, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
At
Oh,
least
yeah.
he had something to eat, or like the calorie advantage of like having
Yeah.
bread or something,
like
you know.
the cow or whatever beast falls on the fire. It's like, man, this tastes so much better.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that seems like a pretty decent podcast to me.
Yep, I'm
Yeah?
satisfied.
I'm happy
for
with
me.
this.
Well,
Cool.
join us next week for another edition of whatever the name of this podcast is.
Yeah, you guys don't
Haha,
know yet.
so funny jokes, please. Jokes so funny, please. And I think that should be the name because we now have an image that has it
I
on
guess so
there.
too.
So,
There you
Haha.
go, yeah.
Haha.
jokes so funny PLZ. That's the
Haha,
name.
jokes so funny.
But the beauty of it is, if you just go, haha, jokes so funny, it's the first thing that comes out.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to tell people it's haha, jokes so funny, and then they'll look for that, and it'll come up.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, bye.